Have you ever just stopped and wondered, where does all this stuff come from? Everything? Is there some single fundamental energy behind it all? Well, today we're diving into a really profound text, the Lalita Sahasranamam, because it has a fascinating answer to that exact question. Right off the bat, the text hits you with this huge idea. It says that ultimate reality, the consciousness of the entire universe, is the Divine Mother. And we're not just talking about a deity you pray to. No, this is much bigger. She is the fabric of reality itself. She's the source code, the wellspring from which all of creation just emerges. So let's start with the big picture, the grand cosmic scale of it all. How exactly is she the source of, well, literally everything? Okay, so check this out. One of her 1,000 names is Bhavani, and it perfectly captures this idea. It means the one who gives life. And the text gives us this beautiful analogy to wrap our heads around it. Picture an infinite ocean of consciousness. That's her. And us, every single individual life, we're like single drops of water emerging from that vast, endless ocean. And don't think this is just about life here on Earth. Not even close. This energy is completely all-encompassing. We're talking every god, every planet, every single star, the whole shebang. It all arises from her. She is the one unified source for all of it. Period. All right, so we've been out in the cosmos, right? Now let's bring it all the way back home. I mean, really home, right into the core of our own being. Because here's the kicker. The text argues that this same incredible universe-creating energy, it's not just out there, it's inside every single one of us. So what is this inner energy? It's called kundalini. Think of it as the fundamental life force, the pilot light that's present in every living thing. But for most of us, it's just dormant. It's described as being coiled up, like a serpent, just sitting at the base of our energetic system, waiting for a wake-up call. And the text gets super specific about this. It's not some vague concept. It's said to be coiled exactly 3.5 times, and it lives at the base of the spine in an energy center called the Muladhara. And this is not some passive, sleepy energy. Oh no. It's described as being radiant, fiery. It's the very source of our consciousness. And here's the most important part. It can be awakened. Okay, so if we have this powerful, fiery energy coiled up inside us, what does that even feel like? What's the nature of this inner path? What's it all about? Well, here's a fascinating twist. Even though we're talking about a fiery power, the path to awakening it is described as being incredibly subtle, really, really delicate. To get this idea across, the text keeps coming back to the image of a lotus flower. And this is just beautiful. One of her names, Bisottontu Taniasi, actually means that she is as subtle as the single fiber inside a lotus stem. Can you even picture that? That tiny, almost invisible thread? It gives you such a powerful sense of just how fine, how incredibly precise this inner energy really is. So when this energy finally wakes up, it's not some chaotic flood. It's very purposeful. The idea is that it travels up a sensual, super subtle channel that runs along the spine. This is called the Sushumna Nadi. And as it rises, it pierces or activates these different energy centers one by one, leading you all the way up to the highest states of consciousness. Now, this all sounds pretty amazing, right? But it probably brings up a big question for you, a really practical one. If this whole journey is so incredibly subtle, how on earth do you even start? How do you tap into this energy? Well, the answer lies in another one of her names, Bhavanagamya. And this is key. It means she is attainable, not by just thinking about it, not through empty ritual, but through something called bhavana, which is all about pure feeling, a deep inner awareness. And this is so important. This path is not a mechanical, check the boxes kind of thing. Step 1 is realizing that all the external stuff, the chants, the prayers, they're kind of empty if there's no genuine feeling behind them. After that, it's about actively connecting your consciousness, really putting your mind and heart into it. Because the end goal isn't just to think about the divine, it's to feel it, to directly experience that consciousness inside you and all around you. Okay, so we've covered the what, this cosmic energy, and the how, through pure feeling, but that leaves the biggest question of all, right? The why. Why do this? What's the whole point of taking this journey and waking up this energy? Well, the text talks about something called samsara. You might have heard of it. It's that endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. And it uses this incredible metaphor. It says samsara is like a huge, dense, confusing forest. They call it a bhavaranya. And what makes this forest grow? It's the soil of our own delusion and our own desires. And this is where her power becomes a total game changer. Get this. Another one of her names is Bhavaranya Kutarika, which literally means the axe that clears the forest of existence. So while that forest is all about delusion and attachment, her grace is the axe that brings clarity and liberation. She gives you the tool you need to hack through the dense undergrowth of suffering and find true freedom on the other side. And this brings us to a really deep paradox. It's right at the heart of this teaching. The very same power that creates this whole illusion we live in, what's called Maya, is also the only power that can free us from it. It's like we're caught in her divine play, and the only way to find the exit is through her grace. And at the end of the day, as K.P. Kumar, the author of the commentary we're looking at, points out, this isn't just some cool philosophy to think about. It's a call to action. You can't just intellectualize it. Real understanding, he says, only comes when you actually practice, because it's the practice that leads to that direct personal experience. Which brings us right back to you. The whole point of the Lalitha Sahasranamam is this incredible vision where the giant universe out there and the tiny universe in here are actually one and the same. So the final question isn't for me, it's for you. If the very power that creates entire universes is lying dormant inside of you, just waiting, what journey are you going to choose to take?